Good morning, everyone. Cori here, and I'm so excited to be coming to you, talking to you today about how to set up passive marketing on your social media that goes in conjunction with what you're already doing for active marketing on your social media. I'm going to be focusing on Facebook today, but you can apply these same concepts to Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all the social platforms possible. So good morning. Drop some hellos as you're coming on. I want to give some shout outs. One lucky person today, I'm going to do a free live audit of what I call your profile funnel on your Facebook profile. And so I'm going to give that away for free and give you guys some tips that you can change today. And then by the end of the week, imagine the differences that it can make for your social media profile. So that's what is happening in the world. Drop down some comments. Let me know if you're excited to learn how to add on. Think of it as an extra layer to what you're already doing. There's so many people that I talk to when it comes to marketing where they're like, I have to do all of this and I have to do this and I don't have any time and I'm still working a full-time job trying to get my side hustle. It's exhausting, right? We want to be doing the active marketing, connecting with people, building relationships. But on the back end of it, if you set it up, it's passively. So this way, when you're doing those active marketing things out there where you're connecting with people, you're finding new people to connect with, you're making new friendships, you're doing all those things, there are going to still be people sitting kind of in the back where they're like, yeah, you call them lurkers, right? I call them lurkers, but they're soaking up the information. They're just not actively communicating. They're not commenting. They're not doing stuff. So you don't know that they're watching you. And then they're going to go and they're going to check out your profile. And then what? So what does your profile tell them? This is a total perfect way. Essentially, you're setting up like a landing page. And when done properly, you're directing them to the next stage. So the people who are ready could potentially just go right into the next step for you. So that's what I'm going to show you today. It's so powerful for your business. And if you don't already have this, I'm going to show you some tips today that you definitely implement these today, get them going, get them on there and make some differences. So good morning. Let's see who we got on today. Giving some shout outs. We got Susan and Angela always wants to learn more. So learning and applying and taking those action steps. So love it, you guys. So glad you're here. Okay. Let's talk about your profile. Now, when we look at your profile, hey, I'm going to go back and forth. Hey, Marianne. Hey. So I talk about your personal profile. There's a reason why I'm talking about your personal profile, not your business page. There's a difference. You can do the same things that I'm going to talk about today on your business page, but your business page is a pay-to-play game. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by pay to play? It means you have to pay Facebook to show that stuff off, right? Sure, some people might stumble across your business page if they're looking for you specifically, but they're not just going to find you randomly unless you are paying to play the game, right? Hey, Rob. So that's what I'm talking about, your business page. If you have a business page, great. If you don't have a business page, it's okay. You don't have to have a business page to generate the type of traffic that I'm talking about to help other people. You don't have to have the business page. If you already do, that's cool. I have one, right? I rarely use it. I pretty much just primarily use it to run my messenger bot, right? When I run ads, I'm currently not running ads for my business. If I ever get to the point you run ads on your business page. So what I'm going to be talking to you about is your personal profile, right? It's your personal profile. You have the same landscape, right? So we're going to talk about how are you leveraging that landscape. When someone goes to your personal profile, this person doesn't know who you are. They've never met you. They've never talked to you. They've just kind of seen you dropping value in other groups in different, forums, right? You're talking this, or maybe they're not your friend, but they're following your information. So they're seeing your content, but they want to go to your page to see what's this person all about. So when you click on your personal profile, imagine that you're going there as a total stranger. What message, excuse me, what message are you giving your audience? So drop that down below and tell me, what do you want your audience to feel when they see your page, when they see your profile? What do you want them to feel? All right, so drop those down in the comments and let me know where you guys are at. What message are you trying to portray out there? All right, are you trying to portray that you're a fitness guru and you love everything fitness and you love everything health and wellness? And if that's what they're after, they're going to want to connect with you, right? Are you the super rock star, super mom who does all the stuff with the kids? You're super crazy crafty, and during this time right now, you're taking care of the kids, you're homeschooling the kids, you're doing all that stuff. What message do you want to give out there, right? So we got Angela wants happy and positive, and Susan needs a new profile that isn't personal. I'm going to say that you do want it to be personal. And here's the thing, you guys, we humans do not connect with a brand. So if you have a business page and it's, ABC marketing, nobody connects with ABC marketing. Nobody. People connect with the human that's on the other side. So maybe ABC marketing has a community service manager, and this person's name is Nancy, and Nancy is fun and vibrant and exciting, and people want to connect with Nancy. Nancy works for ABC marketing, but they want to connect with Nancy. They get to know Nancy. They get to like Nancy, love her. They trust her. They trust her judgment. They trust her support. Nancy, not ABC marketing. So people do not connect with the brand, right? And you can do that same thing when you talk about, let's say, Frosted Flakes, right? You don't connect with the brand of Frosted Flakes. They connect with Tony the Tiger. And Tony the Tiger is the personal piece. So I'm challenging you to have a personal profile that essentially you make public, and it becomes your brand because it's you. People want to connect with you. Morning, Chris. Right? And Angela wants travel and education and things that whatever you want to post on your personal profile is totally up to you. I personally choose. I do not get into religious context. I don't get into political discussions. And even though I'm in healthcare, I talk about healthcare, but I'm very specific on what I talk about. And I don't talk that could divide people. Now, I have my opinions. That's not to say that I don't have my opinions, but I don't blast it out onto the socials because, you guys, that is the voice of my brand. And the voice of my brand is positive and uplifting. And this is me, right? This is my personal brand. You can choose to have, what voice do you want your personal brand to have? So if you want to have your personal brand to be positive, uplifting, inspiring, motivating, all of those words, if you feel like those are resonating with you, then choose to not post the negative stuff. Don't post controversial stuff. Don't post things that makes people sad or angry or that could politically divide people. That's your choice. Now, if you want to have the message to be, I'm a voice of the people and we need to speak up, and I'm thinking like Martin Luther King. So you have a dream and you want to make a change. You want to do that and you want to divide the people because that's the voice of your, then absolutely post those things to do that divide, because that's marketing, right? And that's when you use it properly, right? So Susan, I think what you need is a new profile. So what you can do if you feel that you need to start over is essentially wipe out the profile that you currently have and start a new profile and say, you know, I'm at a new stage in my life. I'm ready to focus on this and not this anymore. So I'm going to start anew. Right? You're going to start fresh, and you're rebirthing, you're rebranding yourself. You could totally do that. Right? So absolutely what we can do for that. Now, when someone comes to your profile and you look at it. So what I want you to do is, after we get off this live, I want you to go to your Facebook and click on your profile. All right. So when you go to your Facebook, click on your profile, your personal, right? And what do you see? Right? Do you see the message that you want to give out there? Do you see that happiness? Do you see, you know, Angela, when you go to yours, do you see that travel and uplifting stuff? Right? Do you see that? If you don't, then I'm going to challenge you. And I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you 4 tips that you could walk away, change them today. Now, everything that we do, nothing gets done unless we take action. All right. So just me talking about it, just you watching this video isn't going to make the change on your profile. You actually have to adjust it. So I'm going to show you some ideas of what to do, and then I'm going to show you how you can make those changes fast. All right. I don't want you thinking about it. Please, for the love of everything, marketing and impact in your world, don't overthink this, but just make these changes. And when you make it, test it. All right. See what the response is. Do people like it? Are they interested? Are they reaching out to you? Are they connecting with you? Are they messaging you? If they're not, that's okay. You can always come back and test it again. So I say this, like, launch imperfectly. Make the changes even though it's not perfect. And that's totally okay, right? So Chris here is, so how do you have a page that's truly me with all my opinions and all my normal stuff, and then also share about my business? So in other words, how do you stay authentic? And as think about it, it's how you stay authentic. Just because I like have a little frog hanging out in my throat today. So just because that I don't talk about, we'll say, just because I don't talk about politics does not mean that I don't have an opinion about it. This is like one of those blooper videos, I think. I gotta laugh at myself. Right? Just because I don't talk about politics doesn't mean I don't have an opinion. I absolutely have an opinion. But the impact that I want to have on the world, the way I want to change people's lives, and the vision that I have for their future and for my personal future is so much bigger and so much more powerful than my political opinion. And I don't want my political opinion or my religious opinion or my healthcare opinion. I don't want my personal opinion shadowing their decision to be able to make the changes that they want to be able to create the time freedom they want, the financial freedom to live that healthy lifestyle that I know that they can have when they work with me. So I don't want that opinion of mine to shadow, right? So I hope that makes sense. So essentially, it's my vision, my why, the big change that I want to see in the world is so much more powerful than an opinion that I have about anything, right? And I can share things about being authentic, but I personally am just cautious about how I present that out there, because, and there are times where I've put things out there that it divides people, and that's okay. It's totally okay. And then I can come back and say, you know, we can still be friends. It's totally okay. However, if I'm putting it out there that I want people to be able to make a decision that is going to make their life better, it's going to make their health better, it's going to make their financial system or financial situation better, I just don't want them to sit back and say, well, she has this opinion about that. And so I'm not going to go, and I'm not going to change my life, and I'm not going to make things better. And I'm just going to stay stuck in this vicious cycle of nastiness that I'm in because I don't like what she likes. Like, that's personally to me. Now, it's not to say that you can't put that out there. You will be attracting the people to you. But then I ask, how is that working for you with being able to grow your business? How is that working for you? Right? So, and you don't post a lot about politics and religion, but you comment on other people's posts about it. And here's Chris. It's not that it's good or bad, but what I'm doing is giving you recommendations of how you can see at the end of the day, go back to what is it that you want to do and why do you want to do it. That should be crazy powerful. And that is your driving force for everything that you do on social media. And if you don't personally, I do not want to involve religion or politics in my discussions. It's not that I don't talk about those things, but I don't necessarily talk about it online on social media. Like, we can go in a private message and we can banter, we can talk on the phone. All right. We can share and we can have some fun challenge and conversations. That's totally okay. But me personally, I choose not to engage in it because I don't want to bring that energy to me. Because when that energy is coming to me and you've got, this person fighting for their opinion and mine's better and this is better and this is the way it is and this is the way it is, that just sucks all of the positive energy out of me and the direction I'm trying to go in the first place. Right? So it's not that it's bad, right? It's that there's a better way to engage with people if that's not your primary business. Obviously, if your business is in the religious world, then yeah, you should be talking about religion all the time. And you should be helping people, choose whatever their choice is. Same thing about politics. If you're in politics, right? You're a city councilman or the people. But if that's not your primary purpose, then why talk about it? Right? Talk about your primary purpose. Talk about why you're doing what you're doing. Talk about the impact that you want to change in the world. Those are the things that people want to hear from you. Right? So I promised, right? So yeah, exactly. Your personal profile, right? So I'm going to use profile. Your personal profile essentially becomes your business page, right? Exactly. Yeah. And so post what you have out there. So what I do is, and you can still make some posts that only your friends can see or only certain groups of people that can see, or you can block certain people. So for example, if I wanted, like my husband's on my personal, and if I was doing something for him and I didn't want him to know about it, I could block it to where he can't see it, but everybody else can. So you can do all of those different types of things. And essentially, profile for my business, right? That doesn't mean that I'm going out there and I'm posting like sales ad. Nobody wants to see that, right? Nobody wants to see that at all. That's why those things just go right in the trash. So that's not going to be what your page is about. Your profile is about. It's about personal. It's about being authentic. It's about being a human and connecting with people and making a difference, right? So I made let's see, where am I at? I said that one of you was going to get a free live audit if you were on today. So I just, right now, I ran my randomizer and let's see, who's going to win it? Chris Holmes is the winner for your Facebook audit. Now, when I say Facebook audit, it doesn't mean that I'm here to bash your Facebook. I'm going to give you suggestions on how you can Like, you have the opportunity, you've got the layout. Facebook gives you the layout for a profile funnel. So I'm going to show you how you can maximize it, right? To start connecting with your audience in the way that you intend to, the way you want to. Someone total stranger, total cold market stranger comes to your profile. What message are you putting out there? So, Chris, are you excited? Woohoo! Chris is hot seat. Chris is in the hot seat, right? But it's the fun seat. So I love doing this stuff. So this is what I do with my private coaching clients is I take them through this and I work with them one-on-one to fix these areas on their profile and tweak it and make these changes. And as soon as they start making these changes and they handle their profile with intention, right? With that intention, that's like the word of the day. When they handle it with intention, then they start to see the impact that they're going to make. Right? So let's pop over here. So share my screen. Pick the right thing here. Chris, we got you up here. Chris. Okay. So 4 things. There's 4 things I'm going to address. One is your profile picture, right? Profile picture. This is this round picture right here, right? For me, this is me. So I can see that I can write her a post. Right? This is me. So profile picture, cover photo, which is this huge, and then the intro, let's talk about that. And then the photos down here, I'm going to talk about that. So there's 4 areas I want you guys to focus on. The first one is the profile picture. Chris is great. This is fantastic. It is a picture of her smiling face. This is exactly what people want to see. They want to see you. They don't want to see a picture of your dog. They don't want to see a picture of your kids. They don't want to see a picture of a logo. They want to see you. They want to talk to, remember, they want to talk to a human. Humans buy from humans. Humans do not buy from brands. Humans connect with humans. We are a social society, even with social distancing. We are a social society. Okay. So this is fantastic, Chris. It's a great, beautiful picture. She's centered. She's got a great smile on her face. You know, she's showing off her fancy red hair. This is an awesome picture. So you guys, for your profile picture, be close. I mean, it doesn't have to be super up front where it's like your whole entire face is in the circle, but your picture, if you are taking, people can't tell, then it's not the best picture to have there. If it's a picture of you with a group of your BFFs, how do they know which one is you, right? Unless they're your friend, how do they know which one are you? So remember, you're speaking to strangers when they're coming to your profile page, your profile here. This is what they're going to see. All right. So Chris, this is fantastic. All right. So this is step 1, your profile image. The second is the cover photo. This is a beautiful image. Like, Chris, if you took this picture, this is a beautiful image. You got to tell us where it's at. But I'll tell you this, for business, if you're handling this, you're turning your personal profile into your brand. This doesn't tell us anything. It tells us it's you love to hang out in beautiful nature. But what's the message, right? Does this go with your business, right? Maybe if you're your business is nature hiking, right? You could have a beautiful image, but it also doesn't tell us anything, right? There's thing about cover photos, anybody's cover photo, you can click on it, okay? And when you click on it, there's a little spot up here that allows you to write something in there. So it's you're telling people. So Chris could tell people, hey, I was on a beautiful hike and this is the location. And then you can have a call to action. So remember, with your business, you want to have call to actions with your business. Is what's the next step, right? What's the next step for them to go into, right? You could put that in here. So you can make it a link that they click on, right? Other than the fact that this is a gorgeous photo, there's no next step. So I'm going to show you how you can improve this image right here to give them another step. Other than that, yes, I love the coloring. Whew, gorgeous. So that's step 2 is the cover photo. And I'm going to show you guys, what you can do to fix that up a bit. Intro. So this is, you tell people, total stranger, what do you do? All right. So Chris is a woman who loves life, sharing adventures with friends and family, and helping empower others. That's just great, right? I would just challenge Chris to get a little bit more specific on who do you help. All right. Now I know Chris is one of my students, so we were just working on this. So I know that she's going to be tweaking up her intros, very specifically who you help. Because when someone's coming to your page and they are your who, like they're who you want to work with, and they're going to read that. They're like, oh, she's talking to me. She can help me. And they're going to want to connect with you. Okay. So that's step 3, is to just give now you only have so many, I don't even know how many characters this is, because when you're typing it out, it'll tell you you've gone over or you're under. Have a link to take them to the next step. This is how we turn your profile into essentially a landing page where it helps you grow your business. Right? So you can have a link on here. You don't have to, but you can, right, to connect them. Like, what's the next step? Someone comes onto your page and they're checking you out and they're like, hey, I really like this person. I want to connect with them. Sure, they can message you to be your friend, but then what? If they're not one to just reach out and be friends with someone? What if they're not someone that's just going to message a total stranger? They're not ready for that. How else can they get connected with you? So I'm going to show you some options for that. And then the 4th thing is your photos here. These are automatically generated by Facebook. They just put them here. You can go in here and you can tell Facebook to have a featured photo. You can have up to 5 or 6, I think. Personally, I just recommend having 1. And again, it's what's the next call to action? Like, what are you all about? What's the next photo setup? But that's a super simple thing to do. And you can just pick a picture. You can create an image. I'll show you guys how to do that super quick. I'll give you 2 options for that. So those are the 4 things to look at. So profile image here, cover photo, a great intro, and a featured photo. All right. So what questions do you have for me down below? All right. Mount Rainier. Yeah, that is beautiful. All right. So Angela needs to change the blurb on her cover photo with the link. Okay. So that is, now I'm going to go and I'm just going to show you mine. So I'm not picking on anybody else. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I mean by turning your profile into a funnel. All right. So let me go back here. Share. So this is just my page. You guys can see this, right? Okay. I'm going to go here. So you see my profile is me. I'm smiling. It's my face, right? That's what we want it to be. Okay. And I will show you something super fun here. If you click on mine, it moves. It's a video, actually. Okay. And I didn't say this on Chris's thing. So you can create this fun video. And what happens is, especially on mobile, you'll see that this is this little image that they'll see moving around. And I have had so many people reach out to me and say, how do you get your profile image to move? Right? This is super simple, guys. If you go to, it's a free app, right? You download the app on your phone and it's called Moshow, M-O-S-H-O-W. So Moshow, download that app. You can put in a couple images. You can pick your out to be something that you want, right? If you want that fun jazz, I think it's fun. Right? And then I also have, this is going right into my funnel, right? I give a description. So create an online business framework that'll generate you free leads and sales every day. Join my group, a link for them to join the group, because that's another way for them to connect with me, right? When they connect with me, then I know that they're reaching out and saying, hey, I want to know more about this. Like, I want to learn about my online framework. Like, how do I do that? Can you help me with that? And so I want to know what the next steps are. It gives them a next step, right? So that's the profile, right? How you guys feel about that? So drop some comments. Yeah, Rob says that's cool. It is. Like, I love it. It was so fun to do. Right. Susan, Chris, you're very welcome for the audit. Thanks for putting in for it. We can change the settings on each individual post or photo. Is it for all posts? You can change it for each individual post, and I can show you how to do that. Right. So aside from the profile, this is my cover photo. Right. So I call out. I'm calling out entrepreneurs. Hey, entrepreneurs, hello. You are who I want to speak with. You're who I want to connect with. If you're an entrepreneur and file, click here to get started. Here's the thing. This is not a button because it's just a picture. It's not a button. But what happens is when they click on the get started, it pulls up my description. So in my description is grab your organic growth lead generator and start collecting free leads and sales on autopilot here with a link to the blueprint. It's a funnel, right? It's taking them there. Now, here's it. If you're just starting and you don't have a next step for them, I can give you some ideas. You saw the other one is it took them to my Facebook group. If you own a free Facebook group where you bring in certain people and you're auditing that, and just like this group here, this is a free group. People are coming in here. I've monetized this group because I'm connecting with you. I'm helping you grow. I'm helping you grow your business. I have a very specific goal. It's to help make an impact. Right? And part of that is leads into my coaching. If you have a group, this can be your group link. If you have a free, I'll say a free ebook or a free download thing that they get on your list, you're creating a email list, right? And you do that, you can put this here. You can link it to a funnel if you have a funnel set up already. You can link it to an email autoresponder where they click on this link, they give you their email and their name, and then you give them the free thing, right? You give them the free ebook, the check on that. It's a way for them to go the next step with you. It's a very specific thing. And I switch this out every once in a while based on some feedback and responses on there. So we can go through some of my other photos. This is bringing them into the group. So you'll see this is an older one that I had up is online business and wellness strategies for entrepreneurs. I help entrepreneurs create freedom with passive income online. Click here to join the free group. So if they do that, it brings up this, right? So create automation. Does it bring you joy, right? Joy, happiness. Link to join the group, right? So this is the next step for them, okay? So this was another one. I just changed it up a bit. When I did the free boot camp, okay? So this is a different option. I did a free boot camp. Free, how to grow your business online, virtual boot camp for free. So get clear action steps on how you can easily start implementing now in order to build your business online. Click here to register. Again, it's not a button, but it's a direction. It's telling them exactly what to do. So they click on that. It brings up this description. Join my free virtual boot camp this month and register today. So this link took them to the bootcamp registration where I sent them the information and the downloadable tool that we used in the bootcamp. So those are some options that you can get for that, right? So Chris says, can we have personal friends only page and a business page? Not sure I want to give up fun travel stuff and sharing life and go all businessy. Here's the thing, Chris, you're not going to go all businessy if you're doing it right. Because again, remember, you are a human and people want to connect to a human, right? So sharing life and sharing your business travels entire backyard. I shared that with people because that's my life. That's like my human life. I did that. And it connects with people. It lets people know, hey, she's doing the same stuff I'm doing. That's really cool. Or they're going to connect with you because you love to travel. But I'm teach you with my coaching is I teach you how to mix that up. Because if it's all businessy, nobody's going to want to stay with you because nobody wants that. Here's the thing is that people love to buy, but they hate being sold to, right? They love to buy. Let's come back. They love to buy, but they hate being sold to. And that's not what we want your profile to be. So when I say you're doing it with intention and it becomes about your business, that doesn't mean that it's all business, 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 right? This is setting up what I call your passive, I'll say it's passive marketing. So when people come to my profile, it's passive, right? They can come here, they can click here, they can get to the next step. I'm not directing them to it. It's just sitting there on the background. Okay. So, yeah. Everyone hates being sold to. You don't want to feel icky or yucky, right? I'm having technical difficulties. I'm having some technical difficulties. Hold on. Coming back to you. I'm trying to. Google is telling me that it's not responding. Chrome is not responding, but you guys can still see me. This is just funny. Well, bummer. I'm going to try something real quick and see if I can come back. So okay. Am I back? Can you guys see me? I don't know what just happened. Susan said you can see me and hear me, but that was a bit ago. This is technical. You can see me and hear me. Drop me down a comment and say you can see me and hear me. Chris, can you hear me? I'm back. Okay. I don't know what happened, but that was fun. Okay. So, Susan, so you said that mine was a collage. It's actually not a collage. I can go through past cover photos. So that's what I was doing is if I click on my cover photo and then I just click the arrow. So let me go back and show you that. What I mean. So what I mean is when I click here, so it pulls up my current cover photo. I can hit this little arrow button over here, right? And I can go to the next one that I had, and then the next one that I had, and the next one I had, right? So I can go through my old ones. Okay. I can take these down if I wanted to, too. This is another one that I had. This was too big and too busy, right? I don't recommend doing that. So I launch imperfectly. I learn new things and I try out new stuff. And so these are different ones I've had. Okay. So this is here. Now that was step 2, and I'll show you guys a couple things to edit these. So don't worry. We're going to get into this. Right, this is currently what it is. I'm going to change this again because I change it again just to get some different feedback and see where things are at. But I give them a call to action. Join my free group and learn how, right? You want freedom? Click here, learn how. click here, it takes them to my group, right? It's another step for them to go into, right? On here, you can have all kinds of information. I've seen people, it's like their resume. They have all of the places that they've ever worked at. I recommend taking that out. Okay. They can follow me. This is my business page. They can click here. They can follow me if they want to, right? I've got my education because it pertains to my business. You don't have to have that in there if you don't want to. Okay. So I have a healthcare degree and I've got a business degree, right? And then it allows you to put a website. So I have a link to, again, my blueprint that's up here. So I've got 2 different links in here, one to the group and one to the blueprint. I've got 2 different ways to capture people who want to learn from me. This is what I mean by a featured photo, right? So I created this photo and it says here, click on the link above to get started. So entrepreneurs generate unlimited leads and sales from your profile, right? It gives them this big fun thing, right? It's a fun image I played around with, created that. This is what I meant when I was talking about with Chris's, she didn't have this set up yet, but if you edit your details, you can set a featured photo. Now you can set it to be, I don't know, I think it's like 6 pictures or something in here. That gets really busy. I want someone to come to my page and know that, hey, if they're an entrepreneur, they can click here. This is my fun profile picture that dances all over the place, catches their attention. I have an intro. Hey, I want freedom too. I can get in the group. And then, oh, yeah, it's the same thing that's here. So look at this vision of what to do next with their business. Okay, so drop me some comments down below. Let me know if you have any questions. I want to make sure I answer those for you before I get back on and show you 2 ways that you can create your cover photo and your featured photo. Because you can create them. I'm giving you a DIY option, so a do-it-yourself option, and I'll give you one where it's a paid option where you can pay someone else to do it for you if you're not too savvy in this area. So I'll give you those 2 options. All right. So let me know if that makes sense. So you've seen, and I'm not saying that mine is perfect. I'm always changing mine too. The thing is, this is never perfect, but it's all about testing your audience. What does your people want to see? What brings them to you? All right, this last one, I did it really bright and vibrant colors. Might change that. Okay, I keep changing it up. All right, so let me show you. So one option that you can do, let's do this. Here we go. So one option, if you go to Canva, it's C-A-N-V-A, like Canvas. Yeah, it's social media. It should be fluid and flexible. It is. And I want to make sure that I'm connecting with the people with a message. Just it gets the message across. And it's something that feels authentic to me. So I'm constantly testing, you guys. And I'm just giving you some tips of what you can do. So if you, this is how you can DIY, all right? So you can go in here and you can type in, so let's say we want to do a Facebook cover, right? So you can make a blank one. So you can totally start from scratch. If you are a creative person, you're artistic, you could totally do that yourself, right? There's free Canva and there's pro Canva. With free Canva, there's a ton of stuff that you can do. So they have all of these templates, okay? I can just scroll through here and pick something that speaks to you, right? And you could create that to be your message, right? So let's say I'm just picking on this. It's running really slow. Now, when I do this, I have the free version of Canva. So it'll pull this image up with a bunch of hash marks and it'll say Canva on it, because if I use this image, it makes me pay for it. So I could fix that by taking the image out, and now it's free. So say I just like this, it's kind of modern. It's got the circles and the little triangles on here. I like that. Now I could give it a different background. Okay, so I can do different things with this. If you want to play around with it, you can totally do that. I'm going to leave this because I want to show you something else. I'm going to pick on, I'm going to see if it's going to let me do this. Okay, so here's something simple. Chris, with her beautiful picture of Mount Rainier, if that pertains to her business, she can take that beautiful picture that she took, she can upload it into Canva, right? So these are a bunch of my uploads in here. So she can, this is it, okay? And if you put it here, where'd it go? Okay. She could put that beautiful picture there, and then she could take this that has text on it, okay? And then she can type something. She could say, hike the trails, right? Whatever the message is. Click here to learn more, if that's pertaining to her business. Or it could be, live your healthy lifestyle, climb all the mountains and have all the energy. Whatever the message is, have the words and tell people what to do next, because they need that next step. Right? Hold on. The same page as I was on. So here we go. Here's what I did. I'm going to go back. Let's see. So I changed this image out, and what I meant was that Chris could have taken her. It's like today is bloopers day. You guys, it's total bloopers day. Yeah, it's because I'm sorry, Susan. It was on the wrong side. So I changed the image, and what I meant, so here is a picture. So Chris could take her Mount Rainier picture and she could inset it on a template, and she can move this around to wherever she wants. I will tell you something though, with the Facebook cover photo, the words, for it to look good on desktop and on mobile, you want the words to be in the middle. Okay, so everything that's over here, like pretty much everything that's over here. So if I make it and I've got the stuff over here, they're not going to see that. They're only going to see, I'll hike the, because this is going to be blocked off. So when you put words on there, the words should be in the middle, not too high, because then they can't see that either. Okay, so this template is good for desktop, but know that you want it to look good on mobile also. So you can move this around. You can say whatever you want. You can play around with this. You can add in elements. So let's say you want something that looks like a button. Okay, this one's free, 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 free. This one says pro, so you have to pay for it if you want that button. Okay, and they're not super expensive. It's like $1 or something, unless you want to upgrade to the pro version. So let's say you want this button. You can change the size of it, right? You can change the color of it. Let's say you want something yellow, you want it to pop, okay? And then you can add in some text. So we're going to add in some text over here. Click here, because again, you have to tell people what to do next. So I just created a button. It says click here, tells them where to go. Right? So you can do all this stuff. You can DIY it. Depends on how you can manage through using Canva. You can create your own, and it could be a beautiful cover photo. I make a lot of mine on Canva, and I've also hired some out. Right? So that's one option that you can do. Drop me some fire down below if you want to be creating your own cover photo. Drop some fire down below. Why not? Throw me a comment. say, yeah, I want to try it myself. If you're like, hey, this is totally out of my wheelhouse, I'm not doing that at all, there's no possible way, you're never going to get me to do that myself, and I'm going to hire it out. So I'll show you that option below. Right, Angela's, you want to look at, looks like so much fun. Yeah, it is. So let me show you the other thing. So that's your cover photo, right? All you do is go to Canva, type in cover photo, and it'll give you a template to go off of. So let's talk about your featured photo. Right, the featured photo that you have is going to be a social media image. So when you go up here, the only difference is it is square. And social media. The reason why is we just want, it's a square picture. Right? A square picture is all we want. So you can totally blank canvas. You can start yourself. You can play around. You can use the background image. You can use a picture of yourself, a picture you took yourself, all kinds of fun stuff you can do with that. Or you can pick a template, okay? And just look at it as a template. You don't have to keep it the same, right? So maybe you like this because there's lots of fun colors, but you don't want to have anything to do with Mardi Gras. That's totally cool. You could just take that stuff out, right? But you like the template. Okay, so you don't want a picture of the baby because maybe your business doesn't have to do with babies. Right? You can click on this one. You can create however you want. Okay, but just know that it's going to be a picture, something that draws attention, and then something that you can attach a call to action for. Okay, same difference is you can just pick any one of them. Okay, so I could pick this one because maybe you want lots of people in the background, right? Maybe you don't like this text. I personally don't. So you want it to stand out. So you change the font. All right. Join a fun group of go-getters. Right. Whatever your message is here. I've got lots of people in here. And then click on the link above. Okay, this is not how I would do it, but you can do this. There you go. Save it, download it, poof, there's your image. You can do it that. You can image out. Maybe it's an image that maybe you paid for a stock image already, or maybe you got a free stock image off of different things. Or maybe it's a picture that you took of yourself. You can have this in here, and I could just take this all over, right? I could do all kinds of fun stuff. So you can play around with it if you want to create your own. Right? Sound cool? You guys can handle that? Not seeing. That's because it goes. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, bloopers day. We're just going to laugh at me today. So let's go here. Here we go. This is what I did. This is the tab I'm sharing. Now you can see it. I'm having so much fun today figuring this out. Right. So then what I did is change the font. You go up here, you can change the font. You can change it to be something different. You can change it to be, maybe you want something. This is a fun one here. Okay, so different apps that way you can do that with. You can add in, let's say I want to put in a picture. So I add a picture of me and I can move this up here. Okay, you can do that if you want. Again, this isn't a picture I want. I just want to show you, the whole intent is to show you how easy it is to do it yourself, right? So here, so this is cut off. I can change the position where it goes. So now when I hit behind the above, went over onto my head, right? So I can do different things like that. Just, if you want, play around with Canva, create yourself a featured image, but just know that when they look at the featured image, what's the next step for them to go on to? Where are they going to go next? So awesome, awesome. Yeah, quick apps. And Canva is also on your phone if you're super savvy with doing it on your phone. Totally cool. I find it so much easier to do it on the desktop, but there's that. If you want to, if you're like, never, like, I'm never going to be able to figure it out. This is going to take up too much of my time. I'm creative, but I don't have the time. I just want to pay someone to do it for me. So if that is you, drop me some comments down below and let me know that. I'm going to give you one option that I've used, and it's pretty fun. No, not that page. Picked the wrong one. That's what happened. I got so many tabs open. Here we go. Here. Okay. So Fiverr, and I'll drop the link down for you guys if you want to try this out. You can just go in here. So I can just type in whatever I want. Facebook cover photo. Okay. And then you can scroll through, right? You can read this. So for 30 bucks, I can get this person who's going to create a Facebook cover for me. It creates Facebook cover photo banner design, right? Lots of good stuff here. 50 bucks, 30 bucks, 20 bucks, 10 bucks, right? Digital flyer for Instagram and Facebook cover for ads, right? So for 10 bucks or 50 bucks, anywhere between 10 and 50 bucks, that's pretty much what they all run. 10 to 50 bucks. You save the time of doing it yourself. It comes back more professional and more vibrant colors for you. And you don't have to spend the time fiddling around with it. You can totally do this for less than 50 bucks. And this one down on here is, YouTube banner thumbnails. So again, search for Facebook cover. And when you connect with them, so you hire them for the gig, they call it gigs because that's what they're doing. These are freelancers. So let's say I want to go with this guy for this. Yeah, it's a guy. I don't want to assume. Let's say I want to go with this guy for a $30 Facebook cover. So I can negotiate that goes with it as well. So they blend together, right? So maybe I pay him an extra $5, or maybe he'll totally do it for 30 bucks, right? You don't know that until you start having conversations with them. So I'll give you that link if you guys want to check that out, right? I have got some freelance stuff myself done. Super cool. The whole purpose is leverage time. Sure, it cost me 30 bucks, but remember the value from my time is much more than $30. So if I spend an hour trying to create a Facebook cover that is just, right? Then why not pay someone else 30 bucks, 50 bucks, even $100 to do it for me, right? So totally could. Yes, Angela, I'll drop the link for that. Absolutely. Time is money. So leverage that off. Pitch it out there. Okay. I'll drop that link for you for Canva. So you got just super easy. I'll post it in to the group and put it down below, and also the link for the Fiverr. So there, drop some comments down below. Let me know if you found this to be helpful. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for sticking around. And I am Cori. I'll see you guys later.